Hi everyone. Hello everyone. Please let me know if the audio and the video is looking good from your end, if you can hear me out. Hi everyone. Let me just put up the donation list first. Okay, please let me know if it's looking good, no buffering, because it seems to be buffering on my end. Just wanting to make sure everything is looking good. Okay, hello everyone, welcome to the last live reading of the month of September 2021. So for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm just going to be explaining a couple of things first before we start into the live reading. So this is a this is a free and donation based live reading, which means the donation will take priority, and then I'll be doing the free reading after that. So for those of you who are looking for a free reading, you may need to just post your question and then wait until I'm done with all of the donation reading, and then I'll go back up to do the free questions one by one. For those of you who are looking for a free reading, please kindly do not spam the chat. Just post your questions once in a while and do not keep on retracting it. And what else? And for those of you who are new to the channel, if you cannot see the live chat, that means that you haven't subscribed. So just click the subscribe and then wait for around 5 minutes. It will appear. All right. So yeah, I think that's it. Just please be patient, and then I'll definitely get back to you with the for the free question. Okay, and I've already posted the donation list. I'm going based by that. All right, Michelle first. Has he seen the message that I've sent for him, and when will he reply or call back? All right, so let's see. I think he has. I've got the King of Swords energy coming up here, which is his energy. And then I've also got the Page of Swords energy coming up here. At this time, I'm getting that because I do see a very strong reply energy coming up here. Even if he hasn't replied already, he will be. Now, with this Page of Swords energy that I've got coming up here, this is a little bit of like one foot in and one foot out. So I feel like even if he replies to you, which I don't think is going to be taking any time longer than now, I would say here, because he definitely has seen that. He definitely has read the messages that you sent, Michelle. But the only thing that I've got coming up is that either not sure how to reply back or not sure how much that he can tell you is what I'm getting coming up coming up here, because with this page of source energy that I've got coming up is that someone who has this very solid intention about replying back, or like messaging back to you, but at the same time here there is this very strong hesitation energy here, like one foot in and one foot out at this particular point of time. Another thing that I've got coming up here is that with the Six of Cups energy, this is another confirmation about the soul connection between both of you, and the reconciliation or the reunion, or him coming back towards you is coming in here quite strongly. Another thing that I've got coming up from him here is that with this star energy here, this is a very strong healing energy, or working on his healing journey. I feel like with the start of the Mercury retrograde, and even before this Mercury retrograde has started, there is this very strong of hesitation energy coming up from him, like I've already said before as well. But overall energy that I've got coming up is that he is having a lot of things on his mind. He has a lot of things that is currently, like needing his attention, I would say here. I feel like there is also going to be a traveling coming in here as well. I'm not sure if this is like a work related situation, or he will be he will be visiting you. Basically, I'm getting this Six of Swords energy coming up here, and the Knight of Swords energy coming in here as well. So there's going to be like a temporary traveling, or just like a quick traveling. Probably this is something related to his work situation here. But after that, he will, I mean, like before going ahead with the travel, or even like after or during the travel here, there's definitely going to be a messages being exchanged between both of you here, is what I'm getting. Let me pull a time frame as to when that this will happen. I've got the Lovers coming in here as also another confirmation about the union between both of you. I've got the number 7 coming in here, so maybe around 7 days from now, or October 7th can be quite significant. Again, I've also got the fall energy coming up here. I feel like late fall is also going to be coming up quite significant here as well, Michelle. So yeah, that's the energy that I've got coming up for both of you. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you for being patient. Hi, Empress of Love. Okay, I got you. Let me add in. You're welcome, Michelle. Okay, Asia, let's see your question. Okay, your first one here. Will you like the result of the treatment? I would say yes. I've got directly the Empress energy coming up here. I've also got the King of Cups energy coming in here as well. I do feel like yes, this is definitely something that is going to be within your satisfaction level, is what I'm getting here, Asia. Like directly, I'm getting a very, very strong yes energy coming up here. I think this is something that is, like going to make you feel even more beautiful, I would say here. Like with this Empress energy here, is almost like going to make you feel like a goddess, like a queen energy. So going to make you feel even more beautiful, even more gorgeous than you already are. And then with this King of Cups energy and the Nine of Cups energy that I've got coming up here, this is going to be like within your satisfaction level. Like this is definitely going to be something that as per what you expected. I feel like there is going to be like the feeling of, okay, this is actually worth it. Like this is actually worth the money, what the effort is, what I'm getting coming up here. Emotionally, I'm getting a very strong satisfaction energy coming up here. So right away I'm getting a very strong yes, that you will definitely like, I mean, like the whole result about the treatment will definitely be within your satisfaction level. You're going to have a lot of emotional satisfaction about that as well. So like directly I've got a very strong yes coming up here. But I'm not sure when you are planning to take on that, because we are currently on the Mercury retrograde season. I would suggest try to not take it if you hasn't already. Maybe like try to, I'm not sure if you can even like reschedule the appointment. Just like try to, like do it after the Mercury retrograde, or at least not within this end of the month. I mean, like not within this month, yeah, the next couple of days, or during the first week of October, just like just because of the Mercury retrograde. But other than that, I do feel like things are definitely looking good. You're definitely going to be happy with that. Now, going to your second question, you've been working really. Okay, so let's see what other messages. I think this is more of like questioning within yourself what you actually truly deserve. Because the energy that I've got coming up here for you, Asia, especially when it comes into the relationship wise, I've got a very strong fear energy coming in here. I've got a very strong fear energy coming in here quite strongly. So I feel like this is something, like part of you here actually looking for a relationship or wanting to be attracting either a proper relationship or just like trying to be manifesting someone here. But there is this inner conflict within yourself here at this point of time, because the fear energy coming in here is that you might be questioning within yourself, like on your subconscious level, asking yourself like, what if the same thing that had happened to you in the past is going to be repeated again. Your major fear is that what if like you are getting ready, you are working on yourself, moving forward into a relationship, but it's just going to be the same, almost like you are having a little bit trouble to trust the new person that will be coming in into your life, or at least trusting the, I won't say trusting the whole process, it's more like trusting the outcome, like what if this is going to happen, what if that's going to happen. And this is where the deserving energy comes in here and the fragmented energy coming in here. Like there are still some pain, I would say here, there is still some sadness that you feel within yourself here. And this sadness that you feel within yourself is not related, at least not really related to your past person or past relationship. This is more towards like what you feel within yourself, but do you actually deserve that? So when you ask yourself here, do you actually deserve to be in love, do you actually deserve to get all of these new things, all of this manifestation into your life, especially when it comes into your love situation. I'm getting a very strong ringing on my ear, Asia. So it's more like, do you are you actually questioning yourself? Like, I feel like this is more of like you already ask about that, and then deep down within yourself, you're on your subconscious level, it's like trying to deny that, trying to deny, okay, like I do deserve this, I don't deserve that. So it's more towards like that here is what you're being advised to address. And during this Mercury retrograde season, I'm not sure since when that you are feeling that way, but I feel like since the last weekend, and at least until the second week of October, there is definitely going to be a lot of intense feeling, intense energy coming up towards you here. And those intense feeling, you may feel like this is something someone had done to you, or you might be picking up other people energy. But this is more of like you are getting reminded, hey, this is something, there is something within yourself that you need to heal. There is something within yourself here that you have to let go of. For example, here. So this is more towards that. So the aggressiveness that you feel, or the stuck energy that you feel within yourself here, I've got a stuck energy coming in here. And so it's more related towards, do you actually completely trust when you have already asked for it? Do you actually believe that you deserve to get all of this positive energy? Do you actually believe that you deserve to get a romantic partner, or to just get a partner here that you truly deserve? So this is more towards that. And I've also got peace energy coming up here, and planning and action. So I feel like this is one of the biggest reason why you feel that aggressiveness, sorry, why you feel that feeling sad and that feeling frustrated even after looking into the love situation here. I feel like this is more of part of you. I mean, like after you ask about love situation here, I feel like you also need to be asking yourself, what are within myself, what are my conscious energy that I need to heal, which is now making a conflict within yourself. So more towards like that is also another thing that you need to be focusing on here. And then be having peace within yourself. And with this planning and action coming up here, just like plan your life accordingly here, like including the love situation. But I feel like this is more of addressing the missing puzzle pieces, addressing the sadness, and just like that feeling of emptiness and brokenness is what I'm getting coming up from your energy here, Asia. I'm getting a very strong little bit of a very strong blockage or unbalanced energy when it comes into the heart chakra. Again, coming back with a fear, coming back with the frustration energy coming up here. So I feel like you also need to be focusing more on your heart chakra here during this Mercury retrograde period, Asia. So that's it for your reading. Do you have any other question, Asia, or do you only have like two questions? Also, Quattro, if you're here, you can post your question, please. Okay, okay, Quattro, I'll get to you after I do Asia's last question. Okay, what is going on with Ariel? I think she will be doing you. I mean, like, she will definitely be coming back here to message you, or like to just like once again confirming with you doing up the hair. But I'm getting a very strong of someone want to be left out alone at this time. For some reason there is something going on within herself or surrounding herself here. Might be something to do with a family or something to do within her personal energy at this time. Could be some sort of like a financial struggle, but at this time here I'm getting a very strong feeling overwhelmed and feeling overburdened. Like there are a lot of pressure is what I'm getting coming up quite strongly from this person Ariel, which is making her to be feeling a little bit stuck and a very strong stagnancy energy coming up here as well. Asia feeling stuck and feeling stagnant at this time. So with these two energy coming up, I feel like there might be some sort of like a family issue, a family problem coming in here as well. I'm not sure if you have messaged her or if you have like communicated with her, but even if you did, with this Hermit energy and the Four of Pentacles energy that I've got coming up here, now it may seem that she is intentionally ignoring you or intentionally ignoring your messages, but there is this very strong Hermit energy coming up here, which means that she is either not in a position to reply. For some reason here, that the messages is just kind of like getting hidden with other messages and other things that currently going on her life, or that she's currently facing um, on some sort of like a personal issue is what I'm getting coming up here. I'm also getting a I'm not getting a very strong pregnancy, honestly, but there is a possibility of pregnancy coming in here into the picture as well. Either she's getting pregnant or someone close to her getting pregnant, which she needed to help them or which she needed to take care of them. Here is what I'm getting. You are definitely going to be, like hearing from them here, but for some reason, I feel like there is this very strong stuck energy and stagnancy energy coming up here. She's in a position where she cannot do much or she cannot be moving much here. So you can try to, like give her another call, but I feel like waiting a little bit would be there. Let me pull up a time frame when you will be hearing from him. I've got the tree coming up here for the time frame. So you may hear actually from her within the next 3 days, I would say here. So like try to Yeah, I do not think that she's intentionally ignoring you here because of course the Hermit energy and the Four of Pentacles coming up. Yeah, this is someone who is working on something or having some sort of like a family issues is what I'm getting coming up here. But within the next 3 days, so let's just like let's say wait within the next 3 days. If she hasn't contacted you by then, you can try to give her another call. I'm not really getting very strong that it may happen tomorrow, but again, who knows? Things can change. But there is some sort of like a communication issue coming up here surrounding her. So someone could need something, pregnancy energy, or like she might be needing to take care of, let's say, a mother figure or like a sister figure coming up here. But yeah, I'm not getting a very strong intentionally ignoring you at this time. All right, so thank you so much for your donation, Asia. Okay, Nate, I'll put you in. Okay, let me do Quattro. Okay, Quattro, what is going on with your career and what should you be preparing for the month of October? I'm getting a very strong female energy here, Quattro. Someone who could be older than you or someone with one level higher position than you, I would say. Here could be your supervisor energy is also another thing that I've got. A very strong feminine energy, someone older than you or someone in a little bit of higher position than you, or could just be like your supervisor or someone within your work situation here. I feel like try to not be, let me just double check on that because I'm getting a little bit of off energy from them. Yes, so I would suggest to not really reveal much to them here because I feel like again there might be some people who can be talking behind your back is what I'm getting coming up here quite strongly. Like they might be being overly nice to you here, Quattro, like and trying to like just like get some information and then like passing up the information to someone else, which yeah, like talking behind your back here is what I'm getting. So those are the one thing that's the first thing that I've got coming up here. And looking into your career and looking into your financial related situation here, I'm getting that you're definitely going to be getting rewarded for your hard work and determination. I've got a very strong King of Pentacles energy coming in here as well for you. So some sort of like an either increase income or increase payment that you will be getting during, I mean like within your career, within your work related situation, or this could also be referring to some sort of like a job promotion coming in here as well. Another thing that I've got coming up here with this Eight of Pentacles energy coming up, I feel like either towards the month of October, you either needing to, like take up more working hours, for example, or taking up like some more shift is also another thing that I've got coming up here. So please pay attention to your physical health, like try to like overwork yourself here is what I'm getting coming up here. Another thing that I've got here is that feeling a little bit stuck or feeling a little bit of stagnancy energy coming up here. But with this talk and the moon energy that I've got coming up here, I feel like this is going to be a temporary one. Like I said before, try to not really reveal too much, like just like be chill and be friendly with everyone, but also like having a boundaries is what I'm getting coming up here as well. The judgment energy that I've got coming up here is that basically referring to there is going to be some kind of like a new blessings and new beginning that will be coming up towards you here when it comes into your work related situation. Yeah, try to be a little bit careful with them, Quattro. I've got the number 7 and late winter energy is going to be quite significant for you when it comes into your career. So 7 weeks, 7 months, or this coming late winter is going to be quite significant for you as well. All right, so that's it for your career. Let's see what comes up for you for the month of October. I've got a very strong commitment energy coming up here. So I'm getting a very strong either this, I've got true love and commitment coming up for you here in the month of October 2021. So there is definitely going to be a lot of progress that you will be seeing in the month of October regarding your love situation here in general. Quarto, I've got a very strong commitment energy coming up here. So this commitment, even though I'm getting commitment and true love energy coming up here, this is referring within your love situation, within your relationship situation. But I'm getting like some sort of like a signing up a contract, or again, like I said before, this could be coming back to the job promotion or something to do with money, something to do with finances is coming up towards you. Now the contract can be the one that you are working at this point of time, or could be like with your other businesses here as well, Quattro. So love and money wise here is coming up quite strongly. I feel like you need to be a little bit more grounded around the month of October, or at least in the beginning of the October, because with this Mercury retrograde energy, you might be feeling a little bit of affected here with this back and forth energy. Like you may feel like you are questioning everything within yourself. You're questioning your decision. Like overall in general, you just like you are questioning everything surrounding yourself and surrounding your life. So try to be a little bit more grounded within yourself here as well. And with this discovery energy that I've got coming up here, I'm also getting that you will be meeting up new people with this discovery and the new and supportive connection coming up here. You will be meeting up new people, or you will be like getting up some sort of like a new connections coming up here that will be helping up on your own personal journey. I'm also getting a very strong traveling energy coming up here. This may not happen in the month of October, or at least towards the end of the October to the month of November, but within this end of this year there is going to be some sort of like either long distance or short distance traveling will be happening here as well. So how do you can be prepared the best for the month of October coming up here? I would say here grounding yourself as much as you can, at least in the beginning of the month of October. And then with this discovery energy coming up here, try to like when you meet people, or when you like want to do something, like when some sort of like a new ideas or new people coming in into your life, do not take a rush decision into that. Just like, okay, I've met this person, I'm going to like meditate upon it, I'm just like going to like sleep on it to see like what am I supposed to be doing next. So going in that direction will be quite beneficial for you as well, Quattro. And I'm also getting that try to be focusing on the throat chakra to helping up with your communication here. So those are few things that you have to do, or you can like prepare the best for the month of October. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Hi, Maybell. So let's see. You're welcome. Okay, so Amelia, let's start with how is Mercury affecting both of you? This person is coming rushing into your life here, Amelia. I'm getting like right away. I've got someone coming and running with a lightning speed. I've also got the Knight of Wands energy coming up. It's quite interesting. Let me just okay. So it's quite interesting here because the message that I've got coming up for both of you here is that both of you will be meeting up in the middle way is what I'm getting here. As you can see here with this picture, this person is coming running towards you, while on the other side here you are also approaching them. So both of you will be meeting up in the middle. I'm getting a very strong coming in, like a rushing energy coming up here quite strongly. Also, another thing that I've got coming up here is that a communication. I'm getting a very strong communication energy coming up here. As you can see here, this there is within this picture, like someone is pre-reading or like trying to writing up a letter, trying to like writing up a message coming up here. So at this time, like at this current energy here, so could be like today's or yesterday or tomorrow's energy, like within the next couple of days here, he will be like trying to, you know, like make up a message, I would say here, like trying to think what he should be telling you or what he should be like letting you know. Like there's going to be like a very strong communication energy coming in here, and at this point of time, like he's preparing to deliver that, or he's preparing to, you know, like send you the message. So I feel like at this time here, like he's thinking within himself, what should I say now, like how should I approach it now here. So there are some questions within himself at this point of time. I've also got the Seven of Swords energy coming up here. Part of him here feeling guilty as usual, feeling a little bit guilty and kind of like questioning himself here, like I haven't talked to her for this long. Like what should I say now to not make it like too cliche, or like to not make it like too desperate that, like again, even though there is this very strong healing energy that I've gotten in the past year, but the ego is definitely still there. So I feel like this is more of him like trying to look out and how to, you know, like how to message you and how to just like communicate with you in general. Here is what I'm getting. But at this time, I'm getting a very strong moving energy here. Moving energy coming up with a rushing manner is what I'm getting coming up here. Fast movement energy. And then the second thing that I've got coming up is that communication, truth, and full of honesty, almost like a certain vulnerable energy coming in here as well from him here with the communication. Overall energy that I've got coming up here is that with this death energy, this is going to be a very strong new beginning energy coming in here between both of you. So how this Mercury retrograde will be affecting both of you here, for you, I'm not getting any very strong of effect here. I feel like you are, because you're already moving forward. I'm getting here, Amelia, and you are still going to be going in that steadily, is what I'm getting coming up. So you are already in the, you are not going to be, you're not going to be affected with that very strongly here. Like you're already moving up quite steadily, and then you're just like going to be moving forward in that way. Mostly he's the one who's actually going to be getting affected here, because I'm getting a very strong moving energy. Like he's the one who's actually coming and rushing towards you here, and then also with the communication. Overall energy for both of you here is a new beginning, letting go, you know, like whatever had happened in the past year, because for him it's more of like a letting go of the guilty, letting go of, you know, like the stress and the burden that he has been facing within himself here. There is going to be a little, I feel like you might be getting a little bit more affected here during the new moon rather than within this whole Mercury retrograde energy. You are already quite in a right direction, I would say here. So you're not going to be getting affected that much. Now let's see our channel messages about his thoughts. I've got, I'm sorry for hurting you. Let me put this. I know I made a mistake. I've got trust in the divine timing. And then I've also got, I'm sorry for hurting you coming in here as well. I wish I could talk to you right now. No. Alright, so these are the channel messages and his thoughts on you. Of course, I know I made a mistakes coming up here. This is what I mean with the Seven of Swords energy coming up here. Feeling a little bit of guilty and regretful energy coming up here. Like I said before, he knew he was being too childish, or he knew he was being too being being such a fool, I would say here, about not ignoring you or, you know, like ghosting you, you know, like this couple of months here. And right now he's feeling a lot of stress, he's feeling like a lot of burden within himself, and he does not even know how to reapproach you and how to make it seem like the major fear that I've got coming up from him here is that what if you are the one who's actually ignored him, like what he did to you. Like I mean, like the concern that he has within himself is that, let's say if I message her today, will things be going out with the flow like what had happened before, or there is still going to be like some things that I need to be preparing off here, because he knows within himself here that he already made a huge mistake here. And this is also why this is part of like his apology towards you here. I know I made a mistake and I'm sorry for hurting you coming up here. He wants you to be trusting out into the divine timing, because it's not too long anymore now. I wish I could talk to you right now. So he's also like preparing to be sending you some messages. I won't be surprised if he's like already writing out a long messages, but still just keeping it in a draft, or like hasn't sent it out to you here, because he wants to be rereading it again, like changing up a few words, changing up a few sentences here. Like he's still in that energy is what I'm getting coming up here, Amelia. No, he hasn't forgotten about you. No, this is not the end of the connection between both of you here. I've got love comes in unexpected way coming up here. So like when you least expecting it, like I wonder when you least expecting it, like when he comes back and messaging you, this is going to be like out of nowhere energy coming up here. Be grounded in faith is definitely coming up towards you here. Like this is what he wants you to know. This is what he's thinking at this time here as well. So those are the messages that I've got coming up from him. And let's see of your next question. What is the month of October has in store for both of you? I've got Ten of Cups coming up. Yeah, I just love this reading. It's kind of like falling into places, like from what does the Mercury retrograde have in store for both of you here? This is him like coming and rushing here, a very strong communication energy coming in here as well with the first question that I did for you. And the channel messages that I've got coming up from him, he's like rewriting messages and then like erasing it, or just like rereading it back here, like just changing up a couple of words, changing up a couple of sentences to know, because he feels a little bit of weird, I would say here, because like after all of this time of no communication, suddenly he would just be coming up out of nowhere. How would you be taking it? And then he also like realizing his mistakes coming up here as well. So there are a lot of like self-realization that is currently going on surrounding himself here. So the month of October is going to be really, really significant, because I've got the Ten of Cups energy coming up here and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is basically referring to a lot of changes coming up here when it comes into the flow of the connection as the overall energy, I would say here. Because first of all here with this Ten of Cups energy, I'm getting a very strong energy of like happy home, happy family, happy relationship. Like things are just going to be falling up into places. Emotional satisfaction and emotional stability is also another thing that I've got coming up here from him. And then another thing that I've got coming up here is that with this King of Cups energy, he is going to be more stable, and I'm getting a very strong emotional stability coming in here as well. So in the past, he used to hide or run away from his emotion, but with this King of Cups energy that I've got coming up here, like he's going to be more stable within his emotion. Like in the past, whenever like someone said something, or like something happened, he's always like shutting down, or in a way that can be blaming you a little bit. But this time he's going to be a little bit more in control within himself. In the month of October, there is going to be a lot of initiation done by him. He's going to be initiating things, especially when it comes into communication. I feel like in the month of October here, there are going to be more effort being put by him forward, especially with this Three of Pentacles energy coming up here. Like both of you will be working on once again, like rebuilding up the foundation of the relationship coming in here as well. So the month of October is going to be the first month of a lot of changes happening between both of you here. Overall energy that I've got coming up here with this Ace of Swords here, very strong. Another thing, communication energy coming up here, but not only in terms of the communication, but full of honesty, full of clarity, almost like being vulnerable. I keep getting that energy coming up here. So October is definitely going to be really, really significant for both of you here, Amelia. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Hi, Shane. Yeah, this time there's definitely going to be a lot of changes. Like, he's going to be becoming more stable within his emotion. Okay, let me do Judith. You're welcome. Okay, what do your guys wish you to know at this time? This is, I'm getting a very strong energy on throat chakra, Judith. So I feel like you need to be focusing more on your throat chakra and heart chakra. But I'm getting more here towards throat chakra. So focusing on your throat chakra, speaking out your truth, speaking up your opinion, be bold is what is the first message that I'm getting coming up here. So I feel like try to put up some guided meditation or just like focusing on your throat chakra, at least during this Mercury retrograde season, is going to be quite significant for you here. All right, so let's see. All right, so the messages that I've got coming up for you here, I've got adventure coming up here. Dare to do things differently, manifest your travel dreams, move into a new location. I've got miracles coming up here as well. Have faith that your miracles is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender to the bow. I've got innocence coming in here. Take time to play, nurture your inner child. Live with a childlike sense of wonder. So first of all, here, like I said before, the throat chakra energy coming in here quite strongly. So focus on your throat chakra, speaking up your truth. I feel like another thing that you need to be focusing on here is that healing your inner child or focusing your inner child. Now you have to look at this way. Whenever you say something that you don't mean to say, for example, you want to say no, but you say yes. For example, here you are hurting your inner child. Here you are hurting the child within yourself. This is something because you may not feel at that particular point of time that it's such a big deal, but without you even realizing here, the more that you do something or the more that you say something that you don't mean to do it or you do not want to do it in the first place here, you are hurting yourself here, you are hurting your inner child here. You may not see the result or you may not see the like whatever the complication of that at that particular point of time, but moving forward into the future you're going to be seeing that. So that's something that you have to be focusing on here. Adventure coming up here for you, I feel like there is going to be like a lot of new things coming in here, moving up coming up here quite strongly. But if you're not planning on moving into a new location or like going to do some sort of like a traveling, this is more like moving energetically speaking, which means that you are slowly going to be putting up in a position or in a place where it requires you to be the best version of yourself. It requires you here to be bold and fearless and setting up necessary boundaries within yourself at this point of time. And another thing that I've got with this miracles energy coming up here is that there is going to be a lot of new things and positive things happening to you, magic miracles, like all of your manifestation is going to be starting to fall into places here. I feel like what you have to do at this point of time is that expecting it, and then do not let your doubt, do not let your fear taking control of you, because at one side here you are trying to be manifesting a lot of new things, a lot of like manifestation energy coming up into your life, but on the other hand here is that you are questioning within yourself here, Judy, like, do I actually deserve that? Should I actually get there? Like, am I actually good enough to get what I have been wanting to get here? Like, all of those questions might have been there within yourself. So that thought is what you need to let go of here. Even though you may feel like something is still too big for you here to get it, does not mean that you are never going to get it. I feel like this is more of releasing those fear, releasing those hesitation energy that you have within yourself. Another thing that I've got coming up here is that with this back and forth energy, I feel like you need to be more steady within your decision. Again, coming back here with the throat chakra here, being more steady and being more stable about what you want to say, giving up your opinion here. Because one thing that I've got at this point of time here with this back and forth energy is like one day you are doing this and then another day you kind of like stepping back. There is this like no consistency energy coming up here, and also like a very strong hesitancy energy coming in here back and forth between within yourself here, Judith. So those are the few things that I would suggest you to be focusing on. Overall energy that I've got coming up here is peace. So definitely quite a positive energy around you. Just couple of things that you need to release, couple of things that you need to let go of. More specifically here is on your throat chakra, focusing on, like do not hesitate to speak up your truth. Do not hesitate to just like say what you feel within yourself here. So that's the major message that I'm getting coming up for you here, Judith. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. All right, so let me do Empress. What are his next action towards you for the next 3 months? Let's see. You're welcome, Judith. Thank you as well. All right, so Empress and the Sagittarius for the next 3 months. Okay, so let's go through his actions for the next 3 months. So I'm going to go by October, November, and December. Now, the month of October here, I'm getting a little bit of conflicts energy coming up here for both of you here, Empress of Love. Now, this might be talking about that he might reaching out towards you, or you might reach out towards him, and then there's going to be like some sort of like a temporary conflict, temporary misunderstanding or disagreement might be there. And if this is not related to him, this is talking about your energy here, where you will be feeling a lot of conflicted energy within yourself. Maybe that, for example, like he reach out towards you and then suddenly there is going to be like a ghosting period, for example, here, where you are questioning within yourself, is this even worth it? Like, why am I even like going through this? Why should I be, like waiting for him, for example? So the month of October, there's going to be like a little bit of conflicted energy coming up here. Now, please don't take this thing seriously, because the month of October is also, like the Mercury retrograde is still there as well. So both of you might be affected with that, some sort of like a miscommunication or misunderstanding. So just take it as an advice. If there is some sort of like a communication happening between both of you in the month of October, try to not get triggered easily, I would say here, with whatever that he says, with like whatever action that he will be doing in the month of October, is what I'm getting coming up here. The month of November, so, is going to be quite significant, because the month of November is where he's going to be like starting to stand up for himself, or starting to be more in his power. I've got the King of Wands energy coming up here, Fire Sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, which is his energy coming up here, the Sagittarius energy coming up here. And then I've also got the Tower movement here. Now, this Tower movement is more of like going on within this next 3 months, like not within a specific month. But I feel like with him starting to be more like standing up for himself, or standing up more within his power here, with this Tower movement, I feel like something is going to be happening towards the end of the October to the beginning of November, and throughout the month of November here, where he's going to be realizing, he's going to be like going through a major shift within himself here. Because moving forward into the month of December here, this is why I'm getting more of like a smoother energy coming in here between both of you, Empress of Love. Because with this Three of Wands energy that I've got coming up here for the month of December, or like the next the last three, like the third month here, the three of wands energy coming up here, this is where he's finally like going to be initiating things. So where he's the one who's actually going to be approaching you, and then things are going to be moving forward quite smoothly in that period of time. Because this is where like, okay, like he's finally ready to let go of all of these blockages, letting go of like all of this karmic situation or karmic lessons that he is going through on his life here. Overall energy, I would say here for the next 3 months, I've got the Ace of Wands, and then I've also got the Ace of Pentacles energy coming up here. A very strong new beginning energy, as well as a very strong stability and commitment coming up here for you. So I feel like the next 3 months is going to be the energy where he's finally going to be learning up his lesson, letting go and releasing the karmic lessons and the karmic situation in his life, giving you the new beginning and the stability and the commitment that you desire. Because another thing that I've got coming up here is that with this Two of Cups energy coming up here, this is also talking about the union or the reunion between both of you. Equal give and take will be there. So overall energy, I would say here is that the month of October, I'm not getting much movement. Even if there is some movement here, there is going to be like a little bit of conflicts or feeling conflicted within yourself. Here's what I'm getting. End of the October throughout the month of November, there are going to be a lot of changes happening for him here, a lot of shift happening for him, because I'm getting a little bit of ego energy and stubbornness energy coming up here. Like at this time, he's like running away from you in a sense that is giving more importance on his ego, is giving more importance on his stubbornness here rather than what he's feeling within himself, like emotionally speaking. So the month of October, there is going to be like a lot of shift happening to him, like putting him in a right place, putting him in a right position. The month of December here, where things are going to start, like picking up, where he's finally releasing all of those negative thought, all of those, like karmic lessons and karmic situations. So I feel like by the third month, you're going to see a lot more progress rather than, like next month in the month of October. But overall energy here is talking about new beginning and commitment and stability coming up here for you, Empress of Love. So yeah, those are the things that you can be expecting to happen within the next 3 months for you and your Sagittarius. Thank you so much for your donation, and thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. All right, so let me scroll back up for Nate's question. Nate, what do you need to understand about the connection between you and W? So let's see. So I directly got the success and happiness and great achievement coming up here. The first thing that spirit guides wants you to know or wants you to understand here is that even though at this point of time things might not be progressing much between both of you, or you're not seeing much progress at this point of time between both of you, but success and with this great achievement coming up here, like both of you are definitely going to be able to move past through this struggles and this hardship, reaching out to a place where I'm getting a very strong like a reception celebration energy coming up here. So this is like far into the future here, some sort of like a marriage celebration reception energy coming up here. So that's definitely guaranteed that. I feel like at this time here, both of you are learning and both of you are teaching each other, even though not directly, but energetically speaking here. With this teacher energy coming up here, I feel like you are more of like the teacher energy, and this other person is more like the student energy. What do I mean by that here is that you are more awakened and you are more aware, I would say here, Nate, about this whole connection here. Like you are definitely like the more awakened one rather than the other person. So you are getting a lot more messages, you are feeling a lot more feelings than the other person, which sometimes can be a little bit frustrated because you're getting a lot of emotion, you're feeling a lot of things here, your intuition is telling one thing, but on the other side here is that they seems to be like running away from you, or they seems to be like not really progressing within themselves. But within your dream, within yourself here, you're getting a lot of sign, you're getting a lot of synchronicities, you're getting a lot of messages that, okay, this person is improving, this person will be coming back towards you. There is a very strong soul connection coming in between both of you here as well, which at sometimes this can get really, really frustrated because you're questioning yourself, am I even getting, I mean, like, is this even real, or am I just hallucinating? That you might be thinking that way within yourself here. But I mean, like, what I'm trying to say here is that you are not crazy. So those are just saying like a couple of things that you need to be paying more attention to here, because especially during this Mercury retrograde season, you might be feeling a little bit more intense energy than the usual. Now, with your other person here, with W here, one thing that I've got here is that within the center energy of them, I've got a very strong lost energy and the Queen of Cups energy coming up here. They still haven't been able to let go or moved on from a certain traumatic event or from a certain events in the past here, might be relating to their mother, or this Queen of Cups energy here could be in general, could be like family members, so could be the mother or the father energy here. So this is what making them to feel emotionally unstable at this time. Like, the major lesson that they need to be doing here is that maintaining their stability, getting more in tune, getting more in touch with their emotion. The moment that they do that, things are starting to going to be falling up into places with them. That's the major causing of the delay at this time between both of you. Again, heart chakra energy coming up here quite strongly from them. They need to be open up the heart chakra, which you can help a little bit here by doing some guided meditation. Quite easy. You just like play the guided meditation on heart chakra, and then visualize them standing right in front of you, and then send the energy directly into their chest, directly into their heart chakra, like by, like putting up intention, for example, like healing any fear, moving on from traumatic past, moving on from a traumatic events and pain in the past, for example. Another confirmation about the soul connection between both of you coming up here with the Two of Cups energy. So I feel like this is more of like, even though things might be, like a little bit struggle here and there, a lot of back and forth energy coming up here, but the union between both of you is definitely something that is going to be happening. Neat. So that's the main message that you need to know. Now let's go into your second question. How can you continue developing your spiritual gifts and channeling? So one thing that I would suggest here is that starting to do with writing it down, whatever you get. It may not make sense for you here, like suddenly you might be getting a very strong ringing on your ear, for example, and you're not getting any messages, but you can like try to pray or just like say a simple prayer, for example, like, I'm not understanding what I'm supposed to know, can you let me know, or can you like say that again in a form or in a way that I can understand. So when you do that, maybe like someone will say something to you, or you would be like, for example, like scrolling through YouTube, scrolling to like any social media pages, and then you see a certain message that just kind of like hitting you, for example. That can be a way. At this point of time, yeah, you're definitely feeling a little bit stuck. I would say here I've got the Two of Wands energy, and then I've got the Justice coming up here, and Ten of Cups. I feel like the biggest stagnancy energy coming up here is that your emotion is getting involved here. So with this Ten of Cups energy here, you are questioning yourself. Is this even real, or is this just something, I mean, like, is this even real? Do I actually feel this? Is this message real, or am I just like thinking about it, or I just like want to make it as per what I desire? So you're questioning yourself here, because sometimes it may seem to be like too good to be true here, Nate, but you have to fully trust onto that, whatever messages that you may get here. Now, another thing here is that you may not be getting like a full sentence all the way here. No, you might be getting like one word or few words here, and where things might not make sense. So just like write it down. So take your phones or take your journal and just like write it down. Few days after that, few weeks after that, things will be coming up to you. So the first step here is that to completely trust that, even though it does not make sense, even though you do not know what it means, like I said before, even if you get like a certain words, for example, or certain phrases here, just write it down, and then you can meditate on it and see like what are the messages that you can be channeling on. And then another thing that I've got here is that maintaining the balance within yourself here. At this time, emotionally, there is a little bit of unbalanced energy when it comes into channeling, when it comes into, like being in tune. on getting up messages here, because like I said before, part of you here is being too emotionally invested in that, and another part of you here is that questioning it. Is this real, or is this just something that I want it to be? So even if you get, let's say for example here, even if you get a certain message, let's say like ABC, now you are wondering if that ABC is something that you are supposed to know, or is just something that because you want it to be, like because you want to hear that, so you're hearing that. So that's more of like balancing up yourself is what I'm getting, coming up here. Let me pull some advice cards for you. So I've got gentleness coming up here. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak the word of love. I've got anger coming in here as well. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all your emotion as sacred. I've got rebirth coming in here as well. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. And then I've got receive coming in here. Be open to receive goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you. So first thing that you have to do here is that open to receive that. Even though you may not understand the message, even though like it might be leaving you confused, for example here, just like just take it, write it down, like put it in a piece of paper, or like put it on your phone, like just like document it somewhere is what I'm getting coming up here with this receive energy. And then with this rebirth energy coming up here, it's definitely going to be taking up time, because as you are progressing within your journey, as you are healing, as you are transforming within yourself, your gift will also be like be improving on that. So don't try to focus so much why I cannot do this, why I cannot do that, but more of like focus as a whole. What should I be focusing on? Healing any like any blockages, for example, healing any trauma or healing any pain within myself. And be gentle with yourself. Like I said before, you may not understand it all at once together, and that's okay. Be gentle on yourself, like encourage yourself here. Now coming here to the anger, this might be referring to in like you being angry within yourself, or this could also be referring to that just any negative emotion or any like frustration that you may be feeling within yourself here. So channel it also in a way that like express those emotions instead of controlling it, or instead of like suppressing those emotions is what I'm getting here, Nate. So those are the few things that you can be doing to improve. Thank you so much for your donation, Nate, and thank you so much for being patient. Okay, Asia, I got you. Let me do Maybell first. Okay, Maybell, you can post your question. I'm not sure if you are watching because you said that you were working earlier. Let me scroll back. Oh, you are already off work. Sorry, I misread that. Yeah, Maybell, you can post your question. Yeah, Mabel, you can push your question, please. And thank you, Divine Goddess, for joining in as member. So let's see. Hi, Ruth. What is Jonathan planned on his house in Honduras? Is he going to sell it? Let's kind of plan. What kind of plan is Jonathan? He might be thinking about selling it, but I'm not really getting a very strong energy of selling completely at this time. At least I don't think it's going to be happen anytime soon, but there is definitely like a thought of that. I feel like part of him here wants to keep the house because I've got the Six of Cups energy coming up here. I'm not sure if this is the house that he grew up in because I'm getting like the house where either there are a lot of like childhood memories coming up here, or maybe like he wants to be able to just like go back there like after some time, let's say for example like for retirement, or just like spending the like the last of his days there. Still like on the fence about it here is what I'm getting here, Mabel. There is definitely like a thought of that of selling, but at this time here there are so many memories, I would say here, that he has on the house that he's not really sure whether he should actually like sell it, or whether he's actually like what to do about it. I feel like part of him here with this moon energy coming up is also not sure whether he's going to be the house here is going to be going within a certain price range that he wants it to be here as well. So that's what I'm getting coming up quite strongly here. I feel like that again, coming back here to the memories, there are some memories I would say here, that the house has, especially I'm getting a very strong like memories of a mother. I'm getting a very strong mother energy coming up here, so could be like the memory of his mother, the memory of like his childhood, for example here. Like there are just like so many memories in that. Let me see if there's going to be like any selling happening. Yeah, a little bit doubtful, I would say here, or at least he's going to be taking a little bit some time here, because part of him is like either, like I said before, like wants to like just like move there during like after some time, like just like having a retirement there and just like being a family there, for example here. So those kind of like memories of a family, again memories of a family is coming up, coming up quite strongly. Let me see of possible selling period time. So I've got the number 9 coming up here. I feel like it may take a little bit of while for him to actually sell that. There is definitely like a thought of that, but would he actually go ahead and finalize that thought? I'm not getting a very strong yes at this time. I'm getting the number 9 coming up here. Could be next year September, or 9 months from now. 9 months from now can be quite significant. There is a very strong possibility of selling though, but he's not really putting much effort into that. Like he's not really like calling some real estate agency to put it on lease. I mean, like to put it on sale. Not yet in that way. So maybe happening like next year September, or around 9 months um, from now, Mabel. But there is a very strong possibility of selling. It's just that it may happen a little while. Yeah, it may take a little bit some time for him to sell that, but it will happen definitely. So let's see with Asia. What does Spirit want you to know about Josh? Okay, so for Josh here, I'm getting feeling a little bit trapped. I would say I won't say stuck, more like feeling a little bit trapped within his emotion. I'm also getting feeling defeated energy coming in here as well. I'm not sure how much information that you know about this, but I feel like this person might have gone through a certain heartbreak either recently or before, like before reconnecting with you. Could be because with this loss energy coming up, there's some sort of a loss that had happened to him either recently or let's say I would say here around this year or last year. This could be, for example, like a loss of a relationship, someone that he lost, for example, here that he's still like trying to recover from that. So I've got Eight of Swords energy coming up here, and then I've also got the Five of Swords energy coming in here as well for both of you here, Asia. Feeling feeling defeated and feeling trapped energy is what I'm getting coming up here. Now, to answer your question, should you entertain the thought of him here? I'm not really getting a very strong yes on that, but at the same time, I'm not getting that you should actually cut contact with him at this point of time. I do see like this person is going to make an attempt to come, I mean, like make an attempt to like woo you or just kind of like giving you attention, I would say here. But the problem here is that everything is coming in here with the Knight energy, like not one single king energy at this time. So either it's going to be like taking a very, very long time for him to be in that position, or even if he's in that position, there are still like some struggles from within that he needs to be dealing with. I've also got with this Knight of Pentacles energy coming up here. Slow process, slow moving energy. He is definitely moving in a little bit of slow manner coming up here, but there is a very strong, like a prospect, I would say here for friendship to be happening between both of you. I've also got the World energy coming in. I think it's quite important for both of you to like be there for each other here, because I've got a very strong healing energy coming up here, and I've also got the angels of four direction and your higher self coming in here as well. There is definitely going to be a period of time, I would say here, that both of you will be helping one another to heal. So I would say here is that should you entertain the thought of him, like I don't want you to go in a way that you are putting up so much of expectation and then living with that expectation of him, like thinking that okay, this type of, like he is this type of person, without even like getting either like too close or getting to know him. Or I won't suggest you to go in that direction. There is still a very strong like prospect or like space for both of you here to be evolving one another here individually, and then within the friendship, like slowly going in that direction. I'm getting more towards like of a loss of energy coming up here. I can't really say this is like someone that, I mean, this might not be a relationship wise, but I feel like more into like it's not about getting over someone here. It's more of like releasing the pain of, like say for example, like a breakup, or like if he had lost someone, let's say like someone passed away in his life, he's like trying to release that. So not really like trying to get over someone. I mean, like not really like within a rebound relationship. Nothing like that here is what I'm getting here, Asia. I feel like, yeah, try to not get too much of invested into the expectation of him here. Give it some space. I feel like he's just needing some space at this time here, but because with this healing energy that I've got coming up here, there is a reason why both of you being brought in together. I feel like this is more of like both of you side, like not only of you healing him, but both of you here in a way is going to be helping one another going into a healing and releasing certain things is what I'm getting here, Asia. So that's what I've got. Let's see your next question. When will be you getting the all white? I'm getting a very strong beginning of fall energy coming up here, Asia. So within the next 3 weeks or 3 months, let me just see what is the chances to get on the month of October. So I'm getting more towards the month of October rather than the month of November, I would say here. I don't think you will be getting by this month, like the month of September. So could be, I'm getting again the number 3 coming up here quite strongly. So I feel like October is coming up more strongly here for you, Asia. 3 days, 3 weeks from now, so either beginning of October or towards the end of October is what I'm getting coming up here for you to be getting up the car. I'm getting more towards October is coming up quite strongly here. October is definitely coming up here quite strongly, Asia. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. Okay, Ruth, I'll get to you. Okay, Leo Love, I'm doing your reading now. Leo Love, how is the Libra feeling about you? Okay, so how does the Libra is feeling towards you or feeling about you here? So first of all, I've got forgive and let go. I've also got angels and universe are working on your behalf. I've got no with I wish I could talk to you right now. I've got I see my future with you. I've got family issues and family upbringing. I've also got trust in the divine timing with soulmate or twin flame energy coming up here. Now, the first thing that he's thinking about you or feeling about you here is that I feel like he thinks that you are mad at him or you are angry at him or being upset at him for some reason here, Leo Love. And I feel like this is why he wants you to forgive him and he wants you to, like this Libra here, they want you to forgive him. They want you they want you to forgive them, like letting go of whatever had happened in the past between both of you. If there are some sort of like unnecessary conflict or unnecessary fight or anything that had happened between both of you in the past here, coming back with these angels and universe are working on your behalf. I feel like another thing that they want you to know here is that of trusting into the divine timing. Once again here I've got trust in the divine timing energy coming up. They are seeing the future with you. They want to be with you. They want to come back to you if there is a either separation or no communication at this point of time. But at the same time they are still struggling with some sort of like a family issues or family upbringing within themselves that they still haven't fully released of, that they still haven't fully healed from within here is what I'm getting here, Leo Love. And then moving forward with the no coming up here, and I wish I could talk to you right now. I'm not sure if there is some sort of like a communication blockage at this point of time, but something to do with communication. They want to tell you here is that they are not ignoring you and they are not forgetting about you here, because I'm getting that they want to communicate with you or they want to approach you, that they just like want to tell you something, but due to this, like some sort of like an emotional pain or emotional trauma is what I'm getting coming up here. Could be like something related to family issues and family upbringing is what's serving as a major challenge, serving as the major blockage at this point of time here between both of you. I do feel like things are definitely going to be progressing between both of you here. It's just that it might be moving on in a little bit of slow manner here, Leo Love. I've also got soulmate or twin flame energy coming in here as well. So this is another confirmation about the soul connection between both of you here as well, Leo Love. So that's it for your reading, I feel like at this point of time here, they are a little bit more scared that you are mad at them or you are being upset at them. And part of them here want to apologize for some reason or due to something that might have happened between both of you in the past, but either lack of courage or just like not sure how to do that or how to go about that at this point of time here, Leola. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. You're welcome, Leola. Okay, Ruth, your Sagittarius, is he avoiding you because he's scared that you will avoid? Sorry, if he's avoiding you. Okay, so let's see. No, this is not over between both of you here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the three of cups energy coming up here, which is the third party situation. This is one of the reason why they are avoiding you or why they are not really communicating with you at this point of time. But I don't think, I mean, like, I'm not getting a very strong of fear of you hating them. The energy, I mean, like the center energy that I've got coming up here between both of you here, I mean, like the Sagittarius and you here, the Four of Swords energy coming up, they are currently feeling just like, how do I say it here? Like they know they need to be doing something, but it's almost like they're buying time. For some reason, it's what I'm getting coming up here. Like they are trying to buy time here. So I feel like they are waiting on something to happen either with a third party here or just like waiting, just like yeah, keep running is what I'm getting coming up here. They're trying to buy time because they feel like, okay, I can do it tomorrow, I can do it tomorrow, I can do it tomorrow. So this is, like keep on dragging is what I'm getting at this point of time here. But no, this is not over between both of you here. I've got the Ace of Cups, I've got the Ace of Pentacles energy coming up here. I've also got the Ten of Pentacles energy coming in here as well. Definitely not over between both of you. Let me see of what is going on. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely not over. I've got double aces, I mean like triple aces coming up here, but double ace of pentacles energy coming up here. A very strong stability and commitment energy coming up here. At this point of time, he's just like running away. He's just like trying to buy time, like trying to keep on, like buying time until a point where he can no longer buying time anymore, and then he will be, like being honest and being open towards you. So at this point of time, he feels that he can avoid you, so he keeps on doing that. Nothing about, like you are. I mean, like nothing about you hating them. I feel like they're not thinking that way. They're just like not sure how to communicate with you or how to approach you at this time. So like again, I can't say that they're being selfish, but in a way it can appear that, I would say here, like it can appear that they are being coward or being selfish here, but they don't know how to be open with you and they don't know how to do that. So what they're thinking at this point of time is that I don't know how to speak up about that, I don't know how to open about that, so I'm just going to like sleep on it, I'm just going to kind of like dragging things, for example here. So that is like the major energy is what I'm getting coming up here. And then with this King of Swords energy that I've got coming up here is, I feel like he's still like trying to find a way, like he's still like trying to find a way to approach you at this point of time. Is what I'm reaching. But yes, the Three of Cups is one of the major reason why he's avoiding you or why the communication blockage happening at this point of time between both of you here, Ruth. But no, this is definitely not over between both of you are definitely going to be reconnected again in the future. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient, Ruth. Yeah, he's not great with the communication, that's one thing, and then another thing here is that he does not know how to, like how to speak up, how to say about it here as well. Yes, Emily, I can definitely do the update here. Definitely. I'll do yours right after. I'll do yours, Emily, after Nicholas. All right. Okay, Nicholas, love reading. I just want to make sure that if you're single or if you're looking for any, like want me to check out the energy between you and some other person. Okay, you need to check how things will be with the person you're in love with. All right, Nicholas. I've got directly victorious outcome coming up for you here, Nicholas. So the situation between you and the person that you're in love with here, whatever situation at this point of time, the end result or the end outcome here is definitely going to be looking really, really positive, really, really, like positive outcome, victorious outcome coming up here between both of you. I'm getting a little bit of patience and balancing emotional stability between both of you here, Nicholas, is really, really important. I've also got the Empress energy coming up here. Now, I'm not sure if, like the other person is feminine or masculine energy, but if it's a feminine energy, I'm getting a very strong, like pregnancy coming up here. But if not, this is basically talking about a very strong rebirth energy coming up here, as well as a very strong new beginning energy coming in here between both of you. Overall energy that I've got coming up is that there are going to be a lot of improvement. There are definitely going to be a lot of beginning happening between both of you at this time. I'm also getting a very strong communication energy coming up here between both of you at this. I mean, like in the future. So if there is some sort of like a communication blockage or some sort of like a no communication or on and off communication, that will also be improved in the future as well, Nicholas. Overall energy that I'm getting coming up here is that with this Three of Pentacles energy, patience is definitely something that both of you needs to embrace with here, because even though I do get a very strong victorious outcome and a new beginning coming in here between both of you, the Three of Pentacles that I've got coming up here, the foundation still needs to be established a little bit more. Like, I feel like there is still some work that needs to be done either on an individual level first before moving into a relationship, before moving into, like a situation here. So if both of you are currently already in a relationship, this relationship is definitely going to be a stable one moving forward into like a committed energy coming up. Yeah, if both of you are not in a relationship at this point of time, either during a separation or like going through something here, the reunion or the union energy is definitely going to be happening into the future. I'm also getting a feeling heartbroken energy coming up here, a little bit of stuck energy or stagnant energy coming up here as well. This is just like a few minor challenges or minor blockages that both of you need to be going through here as well. I've also got the Page of Cups energy coming up here. Either there is a significant age gap between both of you, or the person that you're in love with at this point of time is a very strong water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. If none of those two here, I feel like this Page of Cups energy is referring to a little bit of childish energy, immature energy coming in here as well. Another thing that I've got coming up from your person here, Nicholas, is that with this Four of Pentacles energy coming up here, there is a very strong hesitation energy from them. What do I mean by that here? Is that sometimes they don't know how to express themselves. Sometimes they don't know how to like open up, like just being honest and being open about their emotion, about what they are feeling. So this is are the few challenges and few, like yeah, just few challenges as the overall energy here between both of you. But the outcome that I'm getting coming up here is definitely like victorious outcome and a positive outcome between both of you here. Nicholas. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. Now let's start with Emily. Okay, so first of all here, Emily, I've got the loving women coming up here, and then I've also got planning and action energy coming up here as well. This, but I mean, like your husband here is currently planning a lot of things coming up here to actually be with you, to actually come back towards you here. Like I said before, like even like at the end of the day here, I keep always getting that he's choosing you, and whatever happens here, that he will be choosing you here, Emily, is what I'm getting. So with this planning and action energy coming up, he definitely like planning something on the back of his mind here, and the plan here is actually involving you, is what I'm getting coming up here. Once again, I've got the confirmation about the soul connection between both of you here, Emily, and then I've also got a very strong increased energy coming in here as well. With this increased energy that I've got coming up here, there are going to be a lot of increment. You're going to see a lot of progress, increase of progress happening between both of you from now into the future here as well. Let's see of the outcome. There might be a little bit of misunderstanding happening. Now, I'm not saying that this may happen. I'm just giving you here as an advice, because we are currently in a Mercury retrograde season, so there might be a little bit of misunderstanding, or like yeah, just a little bit of misunderstanding. So for example, if like they are acting up the way that they did, like in the like last couple of weeks or last month here, please do not freak out. It's going to be like, it's just going to be a temporary one, just like giving you a heads up. I'm also getting a very strong Nine of Pentacles energy coming up here, being single and being independent within themselves, which like whatever happens here, they're going to be leaving out the other person and then coming back towards you. I've got a very strong moving energy coming in here as well, with this Three of Wands energy, letting go of things and finally coming back towards you, initiating things between both of you. The marriage is definitely going to be, like stable. I mean, like the marriage is definitely going to be long term. I do not see any issues with the marriage. Again, with this High Priest energy coming up here, this is basically the marriage between both of you here, Emily. So things are actually looking good at this time here. Like I said before, like try to know, like for example, like if he says something, if like there is some sort of, if he's acting up or like being moody, like don't take it personally. It's just going to be a temporary one. Things are looking good for both of you here. Progress is definitely coming up here quite strongly with this Knight of Pentacles energy coming up here. Very strong stable progress moving forward into stability and commitment energy coming up for you here, Emily. Again, the Ace of Pentacles energy coming up here, commitment and stability as the overall energy here. So that's it for your reading. Thank you so much for your donation, Emily, and I thank you so much for your patience. I truly appreciate that. Okay, let's start with the, you're welcome. All right, so let's start with the free reading. I'm going to start from the top. Alright, so let me go up there. I've got a little Sag. Will D reply to your message by tomorrow? Little Sag, will D reply? There is a very strong possibility, yes, but I feel like if it's not happening by tomorrow, it may take around 7 days from now. Heather, Mary, anything for you in the future? So I'm getting a very strong children energy coming up here, Page of Cups energy coming in here. So this could be like a future pregnancy, if you could still get pregnant, or some sort of like an adoption could be there. I'm getting a very strong child energy coming in for you here, Heather Mary. Sunshine 24, how is Daniel feeling about you? This person is currently feeling stuck or having a lot of stagnancy energy coming up here. There is a very strong possibility of a third party situation or karmic situation surrounding them at this time. Hi Myra, what do you see for the what do I see for you in the month of October? I've got the Ten of Cups energy coming up here for you, Myra. This is basically talking about emotional fulfillment, happiness, being a family coming up here once again. So I feel like this is more of like emotional stability, emotional fulfillment, either being in a relationship or just overall here, like happy home, happy family, happy relationship in general here. Myra. Yes, Nate, you can just post the question. I mean, like you can just like include the person name or initial on your PayPal donation. I mean, like on the PayPal note with the question, so I can do from there. If they are not okay with saying the name, you can just like include the name or initial on the note, Nate. Okay. Hi, Sam. How does DT feel about you? This person is being on and off at this point of time here, especially when it comes into communication. A lot of back and forth energy coming up here quite strongly as well here, Sam. So a lot of back and forth energy, a lot of hesitation energy is what I'm getting coming up here. All right, so next. Divine Goddess. All right. So yes, I know Divine Goddess, you are a member, but you are only a support pledge. Support pledge does not include any extended reading, does not include any, cutting out the free reading. So you're only a support pledge, so you have to wait until I'm doing the free reading. So I would actually appreciate for you the next time that you just like please be patient. The only membership that includes reading is extended support and whatever comes up after that, whatever level after that. So I'll really appreciate next time to be patient, Divine Goddess. General reading. All right, so the general reading for you here, I've got Flow, Divine Goddess. Find an easier path forward, surrender to the outcome, release your expectation. You are being advised here to go with the flow, release any expectation, and by expectation I mean here that do not let your expectation to become a little bit becoming an obsessiveness or frustration energy here, Divine Goddess. Surrender to the outcome. So I feel like do not really like try to control things, do not really like try to control the outcome, just like going with the flow here is what I'm getting. That's going to be the first step of your expansion. That's going to be the first step of like you are how do I say it here? Like you are opening up yourself here, healing yourself, rediscovering about your self purpose, like your self journey here as well. Amani, would it be within your highest good to buy a ticket and hotel on the convention for the month of November? I'm not really getting a very strong yes at this point of time here, Amani. I've got Two of Pentacles energy coming up here. I feel like there are going to be like a lot of something that might make you feel a little bit off balance after you're doing that. I'm not really getting a very strong yes at this time. Sachi, general reading for your mom. Okay, I'll try to do health reading. I've never done health reading, so please take it with a grain of salt, Sachi. So for your mom, I've got directly the Six of Wands energy coming up. Yeah, nothing concerning, nothing to be worried of. I would say here, Sachi. I think this is just like a minor cold. Like I do understand that you might be fearing that this is going to be like some sort of like a COVID or anything like that. No, she's definitely going to be fine. Okay, Nate. Yes, divine goddess, their question get answered, but if they put out extended support or whatever level after that, support pledge or the first one does not get anything of, like does not get their question answered first. Only extended support will actually get the question answered after the donation is being done. All right, so Nate, your question, Makina, what should they know about her romantic life at this time? All right, let's see. Oh, yes, it did, Nate. I'm doing yours now. Okay, so I'm not sure what is her current relation. I mean, like, what is the relationship status at this point of time with Makina? But I'm getting a very strong commitment energy coming up here. I've also got the honoring part. So first of all, here there are definitely going to be some sort of like a commitment coming up for her in her love life. For example, if she is currently single, this is basically talking about a new committed relationship happening to her. If she's not in a relationship at this point of, I mean, like if she's not in a relationship at this point of time, single, this is basically talking about some sort of like a new committed long-term stable relationship happening to her. If she's already in a relationship at this point of time, this is talking about the next level of the relationship, such as proposal or marriage energy coming up here, especially with this great achievement energy that I've got coming up here. As you can see, the background here, that could be like some sort of like a reception or marriage energy happening here. So commitment, a long-term and stable relationship is definitely coming up into her life. There are a few things that I feel that she needs to know here, is that specifically here on honoring herself, I feel like there are some things that she might feel within herself, maybe like suppressed emotion, or she might feel that, or being a little bit hesitant on speaking out the truth, or speaking out, just like being open and being honest about what she feels. I feel like this is something that she needs to change, something that she needs to, like being more open and being more honest about within herself and within her emotion, more towards her throat chakra at this point of time here as well. I'm also getting a very strong possibility of pregnancy coming up here, but overall energy here, I've got the Emperor and the Empress energy coming in here as well. So either the future partner or whoever that she is currently with at this point of time here, this is a very, very strong soul connection, a very strong balance energy happening between both of them, the Emperor and the Empress energy coming in here together. So this is basically talking about the same level energy here, like equal equal energy. So I feel like either the future partner or the current partner that she is currently with at this time here is someone that they are meant to be with. A very strong possibility of pregnancy coming up here, especially if she can get pregnant at this point of time. Let me pull a time frame for the pregnancy just in case. So for the pregnancy here, I've got the number 6. This can happen during the late fall, which is end of this year, or 6 weeks, 6 months from now. The month of June is coming up quite strongly. So just try to, like, please be careful on that, I would say. Overall energy, I would say here, when it comes into her romantic relationship, overall energy when it comes into the love life here is that there are going to be a lot of progress happening here, especially with this wheel of fortune. It's almost like things are starting to fall into places for her here, like a huge domino effect. Everything is going to be falling up into places. So to summarize here, I'm getting a very strong commitment, either a new relationship or like a proposal or marriage energy coming up here. There is also a very strong possibility of pregnancy coming up here, happening either end of this year or 6 weeks to 6 months from now, or around the month of June next year. One thing that I feel that she needs to be focusing more here is that speaking out for herself, like being open and being honest within herself here, Nate. Like, do not be hesitant to just speak out the truth. Like, if she does not want to say yes, don't say yes, for example. So more into that energy here is what I'm getting for her romantic relationship. Thank you so much for the donation, and thank you so much for being patient. And say hi to your friend if she's watching now. Hi. If like you are going to send her the reading again, hi also. Okay, so I did divine. I think I did Armani. Or let's see who else. I did Armani, and then Mira. Will you get the job you applied for today? So let's see. I'm not really getting a very strong yes at this point of time here, Mira. Or even if you get that, there is going to be something that make you feel like not really connected with the job either. For example, they're not giving you the salary that you ask. Like, some perks or something might not be really connected well with you with the job. So I'm not really getting a very strong satisfaction energy coming up from that. You're welcome, Mabel. I think I forgot to say you're welcome. Hi, Bella. Dennis, why is Vincent strategizing his next action? Because I feel like because there are a lot of confusion energy coming up here, Dennis, with Vincent. I do feel like this person is either being quite hesitant about how to be moving forward with you, or just in general here a lot of confusion and hesitation energy when it comes into the new beginning between both of you. And the other thing here is that I'm also getting a very strong sadness and heartbreaking energy coming up here as well. So I feel like they are just like having a lot of things that they need to be taking care of. So they just like not sure how to approach you, and healing their own sadness and healing their own heartbreaking energy as well. Jaden, what is going on with your Capricorn? Let's see. What is going on with your Capricorn? Right. This person is having, like the Capricorn here, Jaden, is having a lot of mental and emotional pressure, or just feeling overwhelmed, carrying a lot of baggages, carrying a lot of burden within themselves at this point of time. I'm getting that they're trying to manifest, or they're like trying to, like hoping for a miracles in general within themselves here. And I feel like this is what's currently blocking them, or at least delaying this whole connection for them to come towards you. There are a lot of overwhelming feeling, I would say here. So it could be like within a family issues, family upbringing, could also be like something related to their work and career situation here. Jaden. Asia, the spirit wants you to go out with Jim. No, I'm getting a very strong no here. Maybe like going out as a friends, okay. If you just like want to go out, like just give it a try, okay. But I feel like this person, Jim, here tend to rush into things. So, like you may find that they're going to rush into things and then suddenly they're just going to be disappearing. So, at least, like for example, if you go out with them one time, I think that's going to be it. Like they're just going to give like a very long period before inviting you back in, for example, something like that. There's going to be a very strong rushing energy coming up here. And then with this Ten of Wands energy coming up here, a lot of baggages, I would say. I don't think you need additional stress in your life at this point of time here, Asia. So not really a very strong yes. Mm. Okay, Sunshine, I did your reading. Anita, what is the Cancer feeling towards you at this time? So they're quite being faithful, I would say here, Anita, like they're being faithful to you and with the connection. I've also got I'm sorry for hurting you. So this is the main message they want to tell. They want to tell you here, Anita, that they were sorry about how they have been treating you in the past. They were just like being sorry for how things went down between both of you. This is part of them apologizing towards you here is what I'm getting, which is quite normal because with this Mercury retrograde energy happening here, the guilty, like the regretful energy will start, like piling up. So I won't be surprised if, let's say, for example, you're getting a message from them or just like an apology, like a quick apology from them as well. Anita. Saho, what is your ex feelings towards you? I can't really say that they have realized their mistake, but I do see a very, very strong of overthinking energy coming up here, daydreaming, overthinking energy. I feel like they want to communicate with you and they will be communicating with you here, Saho. But the way that is going to happen, or at least at this point of time here, they kind of like overthinking about how to approach you. So instead of just like directly approaching you, they're just like overthinking and over worrying a lot at this point of time. Bella, what is coming up for you in love in the month of October? I'm getting a very strong communication energy coming up here. Someone from your past coming back to your life. This could be a reconciliation energy coming up here, or this could be like a soulmate connection coming into your life here, Bella, giving you some sort of like a full of honesty and full of clarity of communication. So if you're looking for like a reconciliation, this could be like referring to your past person coming back into your life, or this could be like a completely new person coming in here with a very strong soulmate connection coming up here. I'm getting a very strong of new communication energy coming up here. Bella. Mm. Hi Ashwini, welcome. I'm glad you're here as well. Career reading for SS. You're trying to move into international department. Let's see. I'm not really getting a very strong yes on that emotion. Sorry, on that international department here. As I feel like there is someone there. I'm getting a very strong masculine energy. Could be someone either in a higher position than you, or someone that might have been in that department or might have been in that position longer than you. That they're also trying to get into that department. I feel like there are going to be some I feel like try to be careful, I would say here. Like there might be some competition happening there. I'm getting a very strong masculine energy, and I've also got the Two of Swords energy coming up here. Now this could be meaning two things. First one here is that either someone, a very strong masculine energy, could be in a competition with you because they have been that company for longer. Or I'm getting a very strong male dominated energy honestly here as well. Either they're going to be prioritizing like this other person, this masculine energy, other than you, or even after you go to into that international department, there might be like a lot of male dominated energy there. So try to be, like try to be careful is what I'm getting coming up here. You're welcome, Nate. What is going on currently with your connection with Amit Ashwini? What is currently going on with you and Amit? I'm getting a very strong inner conflict energy coming up quite strongly from this person, Amit here. Ashwini, I feel like they might have been dreaming about you, or they might have been thinking about you here, and then feeling a lot of conflicted energy, like what to do. I'm getting a very strong inner conflict energy coming up here. They are quite struggling to maintaining balance and being grounded within themselves. That's the connection between both of you. But on the, I mean, like for he himself here, for Amit in himself, I feel like there are also like some struggle regarding his job or regarding his career here. So there are a lot of like everything is just like coming crumbling in all at once for him at this time. Ashwini, Callum James, General. I'm getting hope coming up for you here. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. So the main message here is that no matter what happened, try to stay positive. The worst is already behind you. So moving forward, I would say here in the month of October, things are definitely going to be getting better for you here, Callum James. You're welcome, Dennis. Okay, I've got Asia and Quadron. Okay, Asia. Would you like the job you have conference call? Yes. Okay, what's going to be? I'm getting right away here, Asia, that there are going to be a lot of perks that you're going to be getting up from this job if you choose to accept it later on. Because first of all, here I'm getting a very strong moving energy coming up here, Asia, and then I've also got a very strong financial stability energy coming up here as well. So this could be a good paying job, I would say here, or like this job will be, I mean, like, apart from like your normal salary, I feel like there's going to be like some sort of like a bonus. I'm getting like a very strong money energy coming up here. So money wise, I would say here that this job is actually looking really, really good. And then I've also got the chariot energy coming up here. Either there are going to be like some traveling perk, or like letting you to like travel or move. I'm getting a very strong moving energy coming up here. So it could be like of like a moving, like traveling energy, or could also be like putting you in a much more better place, like energetically moving energy coming up here. I feel like yes, this I do feel like you're definitely going to be liking up this job if you choose to take it, because I've also got the Four of Wands energy coming up here. There are definitely going to be like a lot of like celebration, happiness coming up here. Either the supervisor or like your direct boss or your supervisor or manager is going to be like quite a good person. I've also got the Queen of Wands energy coming up here as well. This job is going to be giving you the opportunities or giving you the space to actually shine. Like like showing up what you actually truly have, like showing up your talent is what I'm getting coming up here. I feel like yes, overall energy I'm getting here is that I feel like the environment and the people will be definitely really good for you here, Asia. I've also got the Ace of Swords energy coming up here. This is also going to be quite challenging, but in a good way, like challenging you to be better, challenging you like to be like more creative, like keep on improving yourself, keep on like keep on working on yourself. Here is what I'm getting. So overall energy, I would say here this looks like a positive job. This looks like a good job um, for you here, Asia. Quattro, you can post your question now. Yeah, the boss is actually looking really. I don't see, like just like some boss are just there to, like to, like getting like giving people stress, giving people pressure. But I feel like this one is actually looking really good. Okay, Quattro, what is chat's intention for you? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really getting a good feelings from this person to you, Quattro. Like this is why I keep on shuffling to see like if there are any changes, and I even like use a second deck for this here. Right away, I'm getting a very strong feeling of using you, either using you to like get into somewhere or something. Even though I'm not getting a very strong like material thing or financial things at this point of time, I don't think that he's there to use you financially speaking here, not in that way. But I feel like there is something that this person is just there like to use you, because I'm getting a very strong tower movement energy coming up here. I've also got a very strong three of swords energy coming in here as well, Quattro. I feel like if you choose to like associate with him like without having any boundaries, I feel like this might end up hurting you or just like making you feeling sad, making you feeling heartbroken is what I'm getting coming up here. Another thing that I've got here is that with this Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups energy, there is not going to be an equal give and take energy coming up here, because this person is still coming up from the Page energy to the Knight energy. So let's say, for example, if you're giving them 100%, you're only going to be getting back 20% of that. So there's not going to be an equal give and take at all coming up here. It's like they're only there to take something to benefit them, and then moving forward and then coming back when they need something. A lot of either immaturity, childish, can try to not having any like any connection with them, or like at least setting up necessary boundaries. If they come back, if they want to talk to you, then it's fine, just like communicate with them just as you would normally communicate with other people. But the moment that they are like trying to get your help, specifically here when it comes into finances, I would say try to be careful, because even if you like try to like give them something, you would not be getting it back. So yeah, no, I mean, even if they like try to contact with you, I would suggest like try to set up a necessary boundaries. Like nothing good or nothing positive will be happening, so why even waste time there? All right, so let's see your second question. What is going on with your romantic life? You might be feeling a little bit stuck or feeling trapped in general. I would say here, I feel like this is more of like the waiting period energy at this time, or this could also be like the other person here. I've got that the Eight of Swords and the Hermit energy coming up here. there are a lot of feeling mentally and emotionally speaking, and the hermit energy coming up here. I feel like again the no communication or little to no communication is coming up quite strongly at this time. I feel like until I would say here until the end of this month, they're not going to be like much movement or much progress coming up here. But moving forward here into the month of October, there are definitely going to be like a lot of new things happening here. I'm getting like a very strong initiation energy coming up here. Like things are just going to like progressing. Like you're going to see like things are starting to fall down here. Now until the end of this month can be a little bit of slow process and slow progress energy. I'm also getting a very strong healing energy coming in here as well. Communication is definitely going to be starting to pick up, but again, even when the communication picking up here with this page of pentacles energy, even though I do get a very strong progress, but try to give it a little bit of time even after the communication happens here, because the page of pentacles energy coming up here is still a little bit of like the page energy. I would say here is still like a little bit of low energy, I would say. But again, I'm getting a very strong face-to-face meeting coming up here, either like a face-to-face communication coming up here, like a discussion energy happening here as well. Quattro. I've got the karma coming up here. There are still some karmic lessons and karmic lessons. I would say here that I feel like both of you here, but more specifically here on the other person that they need to be finishing off here, especially when it comes into like deception, healing some sort of like a deception and manipulation that they have gone through in the past. I'm also getting a very strong Nine of Pentacles energy coming up here, which is the single energy. I don't think that they're currently in a relationship with someone. I do not get any third party situation coming up here as well. I feel like this is more of like being single, being independent at this point of time here. So this could be your energy and the other person energy as well. But again, I've got the Page of Pentacles energy coming in here. That's definitely going to be like an offer or like a communication energy coming up here for you here, Quattro. But I'm not getting this is going to be happening this month. Okay, you're not currently to seek anyone. So I feel like this is the Nine of Pentacles here is more of your energy, like being single and being independent within yourself. I've also got the Star energy coming up here, where you are focusing your energy here more into healing and more into like getting better within yourself, like re-establishing the foundation, like being more grounded and being more stable within yourself here, Quattro, with this Three of Pentacles energy coming up here. But I feel like with this Eight of Swords and the Hermit energy and the Karmic here, this is more of like the other person energy rather than your energy. And I'm also getting like a new things will be happening here. Some sort of like stability and commitment will be happening to you here as well. Let me pull a time frame. Another thing that I've got here is that try to, like setting up necessary boundaries here as well. Again, the boundary energy is coming up quite strongly here, Quattro. The time frame that I've got coming up here is that 2 days and 2 weeks coming up here quite strongly. 2 days, 2 weeks, maximum 2 months or beginning of spring. I don't think it's going to be until that long. 2 weeks, 2 days to 2 weeks, maximum 2 weeks is coming up quite strongly here, Quattro. Thank you so much for your donation. And thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. So, who's next? Amanda, you can push your question, please. You're welcome, Quadru. So, Amanda, you can post your question when you're ready. Let me just do some of the free question. I did SS, I did Callum James. Okay, next will be Cancerian. Okay, Amanda, let's see your question. General reading of what's coming up for you. First of all, here I'm getting a very strong mental, emotional, as well as financial stability coming up for you here, Amanda. I'm not sure if you can still get pregnant at this point of time, but if you do, there is also going to be a pregnancy energy coming up here. Either pregnancy energy, or this could also be talking about a very strong rebirth energy coming in here as well. I'm getting a very strong of like progress and abundance in general coming up for you here, especially with this Eight of Wands energy that I've got coming up here. This is basically referring of things are starting to take off in your life moving forward into the future. I've also got the Six of Wands energy coming up here, victorious outcome and a positive outcome coming up here as well. Now, if you are currently looking for a partner, I would say here this is also like talking about someone coming in towards you, giving you an offer. But if you are in, either if you are married or if you're in a relationship at this point of time, this is basically talking about spending more time together. Let's say, for example, going out for like a dinner date, like just like going out there, or just like having more a private time and more intimate time together. Here is also another thing that I've got coming up for you here as well, Amanda. I'm getting more towards a very strong like gathering, social gathering, or just like meeting up with some friends. Meeting up with some friends is what I'm getting. And I've also got the Hermit energy coming up here. You're being advised to at least take a break when it's necessary, like when you feel a little bit of overwhelming energy within yourself, or you feel like you have done like so much within your best attempt, but you still haven't gotten anything. It's time for you to take a step back a little bit to just like re-energize within yourself. Once again, I'm getting a very strong like child energy coming up here. So there is a very strong possibility of pregnancy coming up here, especially if you can still get pregnant. If not, this is basically talking about rebirth energy, where there is going to be like a lot of progress and abundance coming up for you here, Amanda. Let me pull a time frame. I'm getting the number 8 coming up here. 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, or next year, August is going to be quite significant for you. So any of those time frames is going to be quite significant for you here. Overall energy I'm getting coming up is at a very, very strong progress energy coming in for you here, Amanda. That's it for your reading. Thank you so much for your donation. And thank you so much for being patient. I truly appreciate that. Okay, so let's start with Cancerian. What are Jaden's feelings towards you? This person is having a lot of confusion energy within themselves here, Cancerians. I feel like they want to communicate with you, and even if the communication happens, there's going to be like back and forth energy, or one foot in and one foot out type of energy at this point of time. So there is going to be a communication, and then suddenly there is going to be like no communication, like a ghosting energy coming up here. Or even when the communication happen, you're not seeing any progress from that. You're not getting anything from the communication. Like you might be expecting something they want to tell you, but they are not going to say that. So a lot of confusion energy coming up here as well from within themselves, their personal life here. Cancerian. Kiss JG, what are the Libra feelings towards you? So they feel that they can actually restart something with you here, Kiss JJ. I'm getting a very strong like restarting energy coming up here. They want to leave. They want to just like leave and put everything in the past and then restarting something. Either this is like communicating with you again, like trying to like find a way to like rebuilding up things again. Here is what I'm getting coming up from the Libra. So Sunshine, I did your reading already. Hi Pink Roses, you're welcome Anita. See Baby Tree, what is SC current feelings about you? They're having a lot of, I feel like there are a lot of baggages, I would say here, that they're feeling at this point of time. I'm also getting either some issues with a father figure or with their own father, some sort of like a family issue or family upbringing. Could also be like some sort of like an inner child issue coming in here as well as C baby 3. So this is what SC is feeling. I feel like they are dealing with a lot of things at this point of time here. I'm not really getting any very strong energy about their feelings towards you. And the reason for that here, there are a lot of mental and emotional pressure around them at this time. Pink Roses, what messages does A have for you? I've got Will You Marry Me coming up here right away. Pink Roses, and I'm working on building our future. That's the messages that A have for you. Okay, so all right, Salma. Is Rahab honest with you? Should you accept his love? Oh, yeah, I think this person is definitely honest with you, and I feel like there's definitely going to be a positive moving energy, I would say here, Salma, if you do want to accept the love offer. Libra love. If you did the right thing by letting the Sagittarius go. Definitely, you're getting become you are becoming more free is what I'm getting coming up here, and this is going to like trigger the Sagittarius, I would say, because there are a lot of like guilty energy, regretful energy coming up here. But yes, you did right thing here, Libra, because you are stepping up and taking back your power. So definitely you did the right thing. Kachan, okay. How does your person feel about you at this time? They're actually seeing you as the romantic partner is what I'm getting here. I've also got the Six of Wands energy coming up here. Whatever the situation at this point of time here, the future is going to be coming up as a victorious outcome for both of you here, Kachan. And I do get a very strong union energy coming in here between both of you here as well. Koi fish. Should you let go of hearing the hope of hearing back from the Sagittarius? So if you choose to, again, letting go of the hope here is more of like, do not get way too obsessed about that, because if you keep on like getting obsessed and almost like expecting it every day, you're just going to be getting a heartbroken energy coming up here. This Sagittarius energy, the fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius will definitely be able to come back to you here, or hearing, I mean, like, will definitely be communicating with you, but with you not letting go here is or kind of like getting obsessive here is just going to be hurting you. I'm getting yes because I've got the full energy coming up here. It's time for you here to just take up a leap of it, or just like anything else at this point of time here. Do not get too obsessive. Do not get like too stuck on that energy here, koi fish. Goonies, how is your FOB feeling about you? They do have a very strong emotional feeling towards you, I would say here, or just like in general here with this Nine of Cups energy that I've got coming up here. This is more of like being happy of being with you, I would say, but at the same time, either they might feel that you can be a little bit childish or immature, or there's something related with immaturity or childishness here happening between both of you here. So okay, I think I've done with all the pre-reading. I'm going to do, like Malapali's reading here. Okay, what will happen from both of you from now on? Reconnecting? Is it buffering or is it okay? Okay, it's okay now. And yes, Libra love, I did your reading. And Asia, I'm not getting a very strong yes on that. I also did your reading, so you may need to rewind back a little bit. I'm not getting a very strong yes of you going on a date with Jim. I mean, like you can go there once, but I don't see anything happening with that. Um, Asia. Okay, Mal, as I was saying here is that yes, this is the person that you're going to be with. I've got the Four of Wands energy coming up here. This is a very strong union energy happening here between both of you. And what will be happening from now on here is that I'm getting that the Gemini is going to be taking up in charge, or you have to give the time, or you have to give the space for the Gemini to be taking up in charge here. I've got the King of Swords, the King of Swords energy coming up here, which means that he will be taking up in charge, or you need to give him the space to be taking up in charge here. Things are definitely moving for into a much more better situation here. I've got the Six of Swords energy and the Three of Wands energy coming up here, energetically moving into a better place, like letting go of like certain things that's no longer beneficial, certain things that they are no longer benefiting uh, for both of you here as well, Mal. But the only thing that I've got coming up here is that with this Knight of Pentacles energy here, the process or the progress may not be as fast as you're expecting it to be. So patience will definitely something that needs to be embrace, I would say here, even though I do see that this Gemini is the ones actually taking up in charge, or like going to be in charge from now on, but it may not be happening as fast as you're expecting it to be. There are still going to be like a little bit of childish energy, childishness, immaturity, like just like some childish issue will be happening from now and then, every now and then, I would say here. And then I've also got the Six of Wands energy coming in here as well. The Six of Wands energy coming up here, this is a very, very strong energy of victorious outcome and a positive outcome coming up here. So from now on, things even though might be moving in a little bit of slow manner, but it's going to be like a victorious outcome and a positive outcome. You're coming up as the Empress energy, but he's still coming up as the King energy coming up here. So he hasn't really like coming up in that level as you are, even though like he's still coming up as a king, he hasn't coming up as the emperor. So that progress is still needs to happen. This is why I'm getting like a little bit of slow process and slow progress here and there here. I've also got a very strong chariot energy coming up here, which is a moving energy. So from now on, I'm getting a very, very strong moving energy coming up here. So things are definitely going to be moving forward into a much more better place, into a much more better position, and better, like just like better things coming up here for both of you. But yeah, patience is definitely something that needs to be, like something just like with patience, what I'm getting here. I do see a family energy coming in here between both of you here as well. Happy home, happy family, happy relationship. Let me pull up a time frame. I've got the number 5 coming in here as well. 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months from now is going to be quite significant. I'm also getting a very strong marriage energy coming up here as well. So that's what coming up for both of you. Yes, moving but slow. Yeah, I'm getting number 5 coming up here. 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months from now can be quite significant. Those are the current time frame is what I'm getting. Now, okay, koi fish, general of what's coming towards you. All right, so let's see what is coming up towards you for general. You're welcome. So in the near future, I would say here, or in the next couple of days or couple of weeks here, koi fish, you will be feeling a lot of confusion energy coming up here, because with this Seven of Cups energy coming up here, I'm getting like you are either like not sure which direction that you need to be going, like what you need to be doing at this time. So there are going to be like some sort of like a confusion in the next couple of days, in the next couple of weeks, if you haven't already felt that way. So I feel like you need to be like becoming more grounded within yourself, like try to not take any rush decision, try to not make any rush decision at this point of time. Overall energy that I'm getting coming up for you here is that positive outcome and a victorious outcome coming up here. So whatever coming up for you into the future is definitely going to be a victorious one and a positive one coming up here. There is also going to be a lot of anxiety happening here as well. So trying to, like deal and heal with your anxiety is also another thing that you need to be focusing on. I've also got the Six of Cups energy coming up here. Things from the past. This could be like the Sagittarius or the fire sign that you've just asked about, or just in general here, whatever that you have lost or whatever you think that you have lost in the past will make its way to come back towards you again here, koi fish. Yes, Nate is still open. So those are the few things that I'm getting coming up here. Again, Six of Cups energy coming in here with this Page of Wands. I think it's the fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But the problem here is that even though I do see like this person is making an attempt to come back towards you here, koi fish, I'm not really getting a very strong progressive energy coming up here, in a sense that they might be coming in and then they're going to be like, there's still going to be like a lot of back and forth energy, because there is still childish energy coming up here, or still like not really awakened energy coming up here, koi fish. So please, like make like just be prepared for that. Let's see what else we have. I think you may need, at least with this, during this Mercury retrograde season here, koi fish, you need to like maintaining more stability within yourself and within your emotion. Overall energy that I've got coming up for you here, what's coming up for you, I'm getting a very strong financial stability and financial independence coming up here. Either this could be like a job promotion, new job, or some sort of like a business that you want to do, which is going to be like successful for you into the future. I'm also getting a very strong family energy coming in here as well. Happy home, happy family, happy relationship, and just like overall feeling or having that completion energy coming up here. Overall energy, I would say here is that things are going to be starting to take off. in your life, I would say here, koi fish. So that's the major energy that will be coming up into your life in the future here. Thank you so much for your donation, koi fish, and thank you so much for being patient. Okay, Nate, you can post your question. You're welcome. And you're also welcome, Libra love. Yeah, hopefully not 5 months. That's way too long. What is the long-term path of your career and how it will shift in the next coming years? Things are looking good in your career, I would say here. Nate, there is going to be a period of waiting, I would say here. I'm not sure if you're working at this point of time. Either I'm getting a very strong like new opportunities coming up towards you here. Something new opportunities or something some sort of like a new opportunities will be coming up into your life where you will be able like you need to make a decision to actually take up on that. So this could be referring to a new job or like a job promotion where you are working at this point of time here. When that happens, you have to let go the doubts, you have to let go of the fear and just like go ahead and apply for that, because I'm getting a very strong successful energy coming up here. I'm also getting a very strong celebration energy coming in here as well. I'm getting that there's going to be a period of waiting energy coming up here. I'm getting that you are quite good with managing things. So could be something relating to like managing finances. I'm getting managing energy coming up here. So something like a manager or management type of field, I would say here. And the second one that I've got coming up here is that something to do with finances. So finances department or manager, managing and management type of energy is what I'm getting coming up here. And another thing that I've got coming up here is that to be patient, I would say here, because whatever you are doing at this point of time here, try to invest on that. I'm getting like investing on the skills I'm getting coming up here, because this is the time that when you're starting to invest in a certain skill, I would say here, this is going to be like bringing you up a lot more new opportunities into the future. So it could be like in some sort of like a certification here, something like that could be uh, could be could be a good idea. Let's see how it will be happening in the next. I'm getting the number 2 coming up quite strongly here. So starting from next year, February, within the next 2 years, you're going to see a lot of progress coming in here from that as well. Again, I've got reassess everything within yourself. Try to not overwork so much, I would say here, like work smart is what I'm getting coming up here. So focus on what will be bringing you that, focusing on the skills that will be bringing you these new opportunities coming up here, Nate. So overall energy that I've got coming up here is that with this Eight of Pentacles energy coming up here, the hard work that you're putting on here will definitely be rewarded. Once again, I'm getting a very strong celebration energy coming up here. So either a job promotion or some sort of like a celebration energy coming up here. New job with a better payment is coming up quite strongly. Overall energy that I've got coming up is definitely 100% success. Once again, the full energy coming in here as well. You will need to make a decision is what I'm getting coming up here. Like, because once the opportunity all starting to fall into your life, you have to take up the decision. Like you have to put the first step here, Nate. So that's where your focus should be here, like finding out that opportunity and quickly grab on that. And another thing that I've got coming up here is that not only within your career is going to be giving you a lot of financial stability and financial independence, but also going to be giving you a lot of satisfaction when it comes into your emotional level as well here, Nate. At this point of time, I'm getting like starting from next year, February, or even like 2 months from now can be quite significant. 2 months from now, next year, February to the next 2 years is going to be quite significant for you here in your career and in your finances. Thank you so much for your donation and thank you so much for being patient. Alright, so that's it. Is there anyone else for the free reading that I haven't done? Please post your question. Okay, so I think I've done all the free and donation reading. You're welcome, Nate. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll end up the live reading. So this is going to be the last one for this month. The next live reading will be on new moon in the month of October. I haven't checked when it is. I think it's going to be like around the second week of October if I'm not mistaken. So stay tuned into that. And yeah, for those of you who are still, like feeling up intense energy with the Mercury retrograde, please don't freak out. It's just going to be a temporary one. And I'll see you all in the next reading then. Have a good night, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Stay safe, and be blessed. Bye bye, everyone.